from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for the 2 antique booths we have and the 2 antique malls that we're in. Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan, and Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio. And I am heading up to Plaza Antiques today, and I'm hoping to do a little thrifting while I'm up in that direction. So come on along and let's see what we can find. So we're in Southgate, Michigan, and we're going to go check out the Step store. It's a thrift store I haven't been to in a long time. I've not done very well with thrift stores at times, but now and then I hit. So let's hope it's going to be one of those days where that happens. And it is a cold day in Michigan. It's 9 degrees. I think it's 10 below wind chill. And a lot of the schools are actually closed today. So because the wind chill is so bad. So we're out thrifting. So come along with us. I have to go to Plaza Antiques anyway. So it's like, well, you might as well hit a few errands on the way. So the Step store is in this little Southgate Plaza off of Eureka Road. So here's the Step thrift store. And I've done pretty well in the past with this. So, but like I said, I haven't been here in a while. So I got to definitely go check it out today. And the hours here are on the door and the phone number and the address. So I'll show you that. So usually when I come in the store, I kind of walk through all the clothing and I head to the back because they usually pull out carts with the newest items. So I got to check that first, even though there's a lot of neat things to see on the way, because it's best to find the newest items and probably you get the best deals on that too. So, I was a little distracted by all those toys. I'll definitely have to come back to those. They, a lot of times, will put lots of toys in a bag. And the carts were empty. What a bummer. I was here really early in the morning, though, and they probably haven't had time to fill anything up. So I looked in the purses while I was back in there and see what I could find. I have gotten the best purses here in the past. So I always kind of check this area out, and they're pretty reasonable. They're usually like $2, $3. Sometimes they'll be $4 or $5 for something more fancy. But their prices are very reasonable, and they have like a color of the week too. And I believe on the weekend, it might even be Sunday. You'd have to call them to find out for sure. They have like a 99-cent day on that color. Well, that was a cute Vera Bradley. It was $3.99, and I was gonna get it. I had it in the cart and walked around for a while. One of them was in better shape than the other. But then I have so many Vera Bradleys because I've been buying them down in Toledo, and I'm getting them for like $1 down there. So I ended up passing. This was the better of the two. But you really got to look at the straps when you buy these things and make sure they're not frayed or not faded out, because they don't sell that well unless they're in really good shape. But what I love about the Vera Bradleys is I can wash them. And I don't think I've ever had one that didn't make it through the wash. But this pink purse was so cute, but they wanted like $15 for it. That was very unusual for this place. But I don't know if it was really old or not, but it was really cute. So I went over and looked at the games. I'm kind of looking for a Connect 4 game for myself. So we went and checked all those out. And I typically don't buy games unless they're really old ones. Oh, that was a cute little Elmo. I was going to buy that, but then I decided it made a lot of noise and I didn't know if I could take it. So I passed on that one. That would have been for private use or personal use, I should say. And I looked through all this stuff. There was a Disney doll there that was pretty good. Not in the best shape. This doll was really cute, but I don't really know what that one was. I didn't look it up. So we got to check on the bottom of all the shelves too, because a lot of times things are hiding down there. And they have kind of the toys and the dishware and all of that kind of together. Ooh, this is quite nice. That's a nice candlewick dish. Only $3.99. That, I think, has to come home with me. But you really got to check your glassware with your hands and make sure there's not any chips on it or any cracks, because if there is, it really takes the value down to hardly anything. So you can usually tell candlewick because it has a ground bottom. So that definitely had the ground bottom, and you have to check that for chips too. So I don't buy a lot of clear glassware, but that was such a really nice piece. I'm not sure if it was a tray for a perfume set or what it was used for. This was so nice. This was Columbia, a covered butter dish, and that was around $4 or $5 too. And boy, I'd have snatched that up in 1 second flat, but there was a little nip on the side there. So I ended up passing on that. And I know that's clear too, but you hardly ever find butter dishes with the tops. So that's the reason I'd have probably bought that one. And there was some frozen items. And like I said, it's kind of all mixed together on these giant shelves. Here's some bowls and platters. And there's some vases with some pictures on the bottom. These bag lots, it is worth going through a lot of these because I have found some amazing things in these little bag lots. Lots of little toys, and sometimes it's craft items and all kinds of little things, and they tend to bulk it all together, and it makes it a pretty good price. They had a whole bunch of Barbies in there. I was kind of looking for Descendant dolls or, of course, Monster High dolls. Those seem to sell really good for me. So, I mean, Barbies and the Disney dolls sell quite well too, but the Descendant dolls, which is a Disney type of doll, and the Monster High are always the best for me. They typically go right away. So that's always what I mainly am looking for. And here's more bag lots here. They kind of had them all over the place, so you really had to look. Lots of little stuffed animals. They're kind of a mixed match of whatever they have that come in. That was kind of cute. It was a little unicorn purse. And you got to check them all because you never know. At least put your eyes on them for a second. Because sometimes there's a hidden treasure in there. That was interesting. There was like a wooden hand in there. It was missing a thumb. So it must have been for artists or something. I don't know. For drawing maybe. Not quite sure they used it for, but it was kind of cool. And here's some more dolls in there with some plush. And here we got bags on the end caps too. And I always look for Barbie clothes too, because a lot of times you buy dolls and they don't have the clothing on them. And I always like to make sure my dolls are dressed into something, some sort of outfit. So that's really hard to find because sometimes the clothes are worth more than the actual doll. So when I see that and it's reasonable, I usually buy it. So we're searching here more. Looking for treasures. Some art supplies. And here's all kinds of toys in there. So I wanted to make sure I went through every bag. And it was really nice because it was really early in the morning. They had just opened. And I was in the store by myself. So if there was anything good in there, I was going to find it. Here's some vases mixed in with a bunch of kitchenware items. On the wall, they typically have seasonal type items. And they're starting to pull out the Easter stuff. And this place is pretty good for clothing too. So I always check the dresses. Because if I buy vintage clothing, the dresses seem to sell the best for me. Now, other people have had different experiences, but for me, the dresses seem to be the most popular. So I always want to go through. I'm always looking at anything sparkly, of course. I'm always drawn to that anyway. So if it's flat, the flashier, the better. If you can find something kind of old. So they had a lot of formal wear here today too. They, I don't know if they got a donation from a store or what, but they had a lot of like prom, homecoming type dresses. They were really pretty, and they were all brand new with the tags on it. If you needed a dress, an occasion dress, this would be a good place to go. So I looked through those. Oh, I like that blue sparkly one. Nothing old. These were more brand new items. Very pretty though. So I just want to thank all the people that have been subscribing to my channel lately, and in the beginning also, because I really appreciate all of you making this channel successful. So thanks to everyone, and I appreciate your support and all the wonderful comments that you've given me. That was a Disney sweater. Too big, otherwise I'd have bought that for myself. These belts, the ones that are like that stretchy, shiny one there, they are great sellers. I don't get a lot of money for them. I probably get under $10 for them, but they sell very fast. This one was $6. I couldn't really make a profit on it. Otherwise, I'd have bought that in a minute flat. So that was hard to leave behind because I knew it would sell well. They had lots of jewelry in the front. And I have actually found some real treasures in these jewelry. Sometimes it's just costume that's not anything worth talking about, but I found some sterling in here, and I found some amber in here. So you really got to look at all this stuff. And sometimes I find something that's really pretty that you got to have too. So this necklace here, this was nice. It was several strands of natural amethyst, and of course it was kind of in the back, so I had to move everything around to get to it, but it was a nice piece for $3.99, I believe it was. And it might not even be sold because I like it so much. It might stay in my house because I like this. It was really neat. I love these natural stone necklaces, and it's nice when you can find the multiple strands. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. We got the step store. I got this candlewick platter for $3.99. I'm probably gonna put $12.99 on that. Back in the day, this was worth so much more money, but clear glass doesn't sell very well, even though it's still very beautiful. And then I also got this amethyst chip necklace for $3.99, and I'll probably put $12.99 on that also. So it was a good trip. I ended up passing on the Vera Bradley because I have a carload of them right now. I really don't need them. I've been getting them for $1 in Toledo, so I ended up passing on that one. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.